everybody, it's the Drive Home Show. This is not how I remember that song. Try. I don't have my phone mount. Oh crap. It is October. Alright, I gotta turn the sound down. I only got one hand to drive as I'm holding the phone in my other hand. I do not have my phone mount for the Drive Home Show recordings. It is Monday, October 15th, 2018. We've got lights lighting up the dashboard. We got low tire light lit. We got check engine light lit. We got VSA exclamation point triangle light lit. It's a little unnerving, although those lights are not that much necessarily alarming. It's just the fact that I'm anal and I don't like having things out of order like that. This happened when we took Paula to college in August, and I could not deal with it. I pulled over to see what these lights mean, and they wouldn't go up. Well, then, like, part of the solution was shut the car off and turn it back on again. And I tried that, and the lights were off, and I'm like, okay, good. And then boom, they came on, and now they're on again. They haven't been on since that incident, I don't believe. So it's not like the most alarming, but it's just that thing staring at you does not make me feel good. So on that trip in August, I just covered it up with a card. We're just making a short trip home. Well, it's a long 25-mile trip. It's not short. It's not like 2 miles or a mile. But we've got that staring us in the face. It's 4:26 on the Drive Home Show. You're asking, what are you doing so late? Well, first, there's 2 reasons. One reason is the car clock is like 4 minutes faster than actual clock. So it's really only like 4:12. But still, that's pretty late. There's a bus with a bunch of kids looking out the window. Kids. Anyway, that's a school bus. I was next to a school bus. That's what I'm trying to say. It is 45 degrees. It's chilly, but the sun is out. If you're listening to this show like several years down the road, like in 2023 or I guess 20 is in the past, right? 2019. You might not know this snowed yesterday. Yesterday it snowed. I drove through a blizzard in Wisconsin. We just came back from visiting Paula for Parents Weekend and all that, and we got a merge. Hang on, I might even have to put my phone down here a second. Oh, the merge is not bad. Not a major merge headache. It's actually quite painless. Quite pleasant. Okay. Just came back from visiting Paula for Parent Weekend and all that. I'm going to probably tell you a few things that happened. A lot of them will be on the vlog, which will be upcoming. So I'll try to stick with things. Just try to stick to things that are not on the vlog. Just kidding. I wasn't sure if I was going to vlog or not. I feel like we've made so many trips to Paula's school that there's just going to be redundant. It's just going to be the same old. Oh, we're stopping in for gas. Oh, we're going to, So, but it did look a little bit different. As we were driving, I noticed that there are all kinds of fall colors. There are plenty of fall colors out there on the trees and such. Well, only on the tree. And so I was like, oh, let's start taking pictures of the fall colors as we drove along. Then I started videoing some of the events. It's more just kind of not in-depth detail things that we did, but just little reminders here and there. I don't want the vlogs to be too long and boring. I do want to record it so family members can see what's going on. It's kind of warm now. I got a new tailored jacket that I'm wearing right now. Got that while we were down there. story upcoming. The reason why I got it will be in the story here. Just kidding. I mean, it might come up in the story. It might not. There's a lot of stuff happening. I'm not going to be able to recall every minute. Let's just get into it. Let's just start diving in and see what happens, shall we? Drove down there. We rented a car. We rented a Toyota Corolla. I was picking. The reason that we rented a car is the very reason that's going on right now. They got all these lights on my dash here. I did not want that to happen again because it did happen the last time we went. So it hadn't been happening. I thought, well, we could just take my car, but just in case I don't want, I want something that's not going to be scaring me with little lights and, oh, what's going on? What's happening? What's happening to my car? What's happening to my motor car? And all that. So we rented. I picked a small car. We don't need a big SUV or anything like that. I just picked a small car. Number one, because it gets good gas mileage. Number two, because I'm hoping maybe they'll upgrade me, because they usually do. And the price was very minimal for I don't know if it's a compact car. It was a smaller. The size class was like a Hyundai Elantra or similar. Well, it ended up being a Toyota Corolla. So the one thing about the Corolla that I liked, and it's not necessarily just the Corolla, it could be any kind of car, but this particular one had is cruise control, and it had video camera anti-collision assist or whatever. I don't know exactly what it's called, but it had a camera that would look up the road there, and it would notice if there's a car close to you. It would help you slow down. When you're on cruise control, it doesn't let you get within a certain distance of the car in front of you. So if you're cruising and you're going 70 miles an hour, but the car in front of you is going 60, well, it's going to slow down and match the car in front of you. And you're going to maintain a safe distance behind. That's kind of cool, but it doesn't really work in crowded cities like Chicago, because it keeps you a long distance. I mean, 100 feet, 150 feet behind the car, and in those crowded Chicago freeways, that's too much of a distance. So you gotta like hit the accelerator to stay close to the car ahead of you. But for being on the freeway, just taking your time and whatnot, it was nice. It was a red Toyota Corolla. I kind of liked it. Okay, we got there around 9 p.m. We stopped. We didn't really stop much. We stopped to get gas. Where was that first place? Was that Menominee or Eau Claire? I think it was Eau Claire. And did I get Burger King? Yes. We got gas, and then there was I made sure it was a town that had a Burger King. It was about 11 a.m. and I got the gas, and then I went and got the Burger King. So I was trying to not make any extra stops. Paulina did not get any food because she's on the cleanse, and she did not want any fast food or sugar food, so she had brought her own food. Now, the next stop was Wisconsin Dells. Didn't really have to stop there, but I did to go to the bathroom and to get those giant Smarties. I just wanted some sucky candy, because sometimes when you're on the road, you just want some sucky candy. I got 2 packs of giant Smarties, and I got I got 2 packs of Jawbreakers and 2 packs of cherry lemon heads, which I thought was chewy lemon heads, but it was cherry lemon heads, so they weren't chewy. You had to suck on those. So then we continued on. Went through Chicago, kind of hit Chicago at rush hour, just a tad bit before. Didn't have a whole lot of traffic jams. We did kind of get that when we left Chicago area trying to head into Indiana. It was a little bit of a backup. Then we made our way down I-65. And I noticed gas was on, getting towards the low side. I didn't want to be stuck with like having to try to find a gas station in the cornfields. So I stopped at one of the stops down I-65. I think it was the same place we stopped earlier over in August. It was the same gas station. So that filled it up. Then we were ready to go all the way to the rest of the way. We were driving down the Highway 26. It's not really a highway. It's just a two-lane road through the country. You can go like 55 at some points, which I went closer to 80. Got some nice pictures of sunsetting and windmills and stuff. Mainly just took pictures on the drive. Didn't do much videoing. Might do another kind of narration thing like I did last time, hosting the video, hosting the vlog and such. But we made it there around 9 p.m. their time, so we lost an hour on the drive. We checked into the hotel. We went to go see Paula. It was Thursday night. What did we do then? I think we went to Ivanhoe's. Did I do any footage at Ivanhoe's? I don't even remember. I don't think I did. We ate at Ivanhoe's. I got a ham and cheese sandwich. I was thinking it was like a grilled cheese. That's what I was thinking, like a grilled cheese sandwich, but it was like on a hamburger bun. It was just, it wasn't very good. I got tater tots. Paulita got like a salad. And Paula got like a pulled pork type deal. So we ate, and then I think we just went back to the room after that. I'm on this 35E 694 Commons, where we got 5 luxurious lanes of traffic to choose from. I'm on the lane number 2, if that's what you want to call it. Lane number 2. So then we, next day would have been Friday. Let me tell you what Friday is. The first parent weekend meetings. Well, actually there was Thursday night, but we were not there in time for that. Friday morning we were like late for the continental breakfast. We got there right 8, right as they were starting, so we didn't really get any food, but Paulina didn't want that food, and I just kind of grabbed the plate. We had what do you call that? Devotion by a police officer, campus police officer. And then we had a speaker. Caroline Poland was the counselor. She's over the counseling department at Taylor. She was talking about counseling with the students, like mainly she was hitting on anxiety. There's college anxiety from being away from home, and panic attacks, things of that such nature. But there's also like depression, and there's also addiction and various other things. But it seemed like she kept hitting on anxiety, and that's what I was feeling, because prior to this, Michael Brown asked Paulina and I to pray for this speaker after she speaks. And a lot of times I'm fine with that, but this time I'm like, these guys are all rich people, well-to-do people, well-versed people, well-educated people, and I'm not really that at all. No, I'm not. And so I felt intimidated. I felt the anxiety. And luckily, the night before, I read about Caroline. Oh, we got our freeway time to 35W sign. I'm not even on the first day, and we're already to the freeway time sign. Freeway time to 35W is 6 minutes. We got 6 minutes. So it's 4:32 right now on the car clock, not real-time clock. So we got 4:38 is what we're expecting to be. We're already slowing down. We have not got to Lexington yet. We're already slowing down. Switching hands here. I'm holding the mic closer to my face. So anyway, as she's talking, I'm noticing she's hitting on this anxiety thing, and I'm like, hey, I got an idea. I could preface my prayer by saying that I have like public speaking anxiety, and I felt like what she was saying was like ministering to me. And I was like, I think I'll use that. I think I'll use that when we go up to pray. Should I use that? Do you want to admit to your cohorts that this and that? Well, why not? The subject is brought up and everything. So yeah, let's just go for it. So I had typed out a prayer the night before. I started to say that and then I got distracted. Typed out a prayer the night before and had it ready, but then I added a few things as she spoke. So then it was our turn to go up there to pray for her, and like I'm acting like it's my speech. No, it's not my speech. It's like mine is like so easy. But anyway, so I prefaced it by saying, what I just said I was going to say and everything. Got kind of a chuckle from the crowd. I said, it's like, she understands me. She knows what I'm going through. And they kind of thought that was funny. So then I prayed my prayer straight from the typing on my phone. I did not plan to do that. But I was overcome with stage fright. So I just read it right from the phone there. And afterwards, a couple of people came up and said, nice job, whatever I wanted to offer their encouragement. One lady said that she has public speaking anxiety too. She would not want to get up there. So that made me feel good. Then we went to chapel. The chapel. And after chapel, we went with Paula to one of her classes. I keep forgetting the name of it, but it involved civil rights, involved racial conflict resolution, racial reconciliation, and stuff like that. Now, you Chevrolet truck, I is not giving you permission to jump in front of me. Just because I had a good space between me and the car in front of me doesn't mean that you could jump in there and blow it. So, Paula's class was good. The professor, Scott Meshbesher, he spoke about comparing and contrasting Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, and Paulita had just did a discussion like that at her job. And so then she got to meet the professor afterwards, and they just sat and talked. They were like, me and Paula were kind of lagging back. But anyway, it was cool. Then we had lunch. I'll tell you what lunch was. Lunch was like chicken wrapped in bacon, and there were no bones. There was like one bone in the chicken, but other than that, there was no bones in the chicken. And then there was some cheesy potato type deal, like au gratin potatoes or something. Just a fancy word for potatoes with cheese. There was carrots. There was like roasted carrots or something. There was salad, bread, and like chocolate cheesecake surprise for dessert. Another truck cutting me off. That angers me. I'm not here for letting people come in front of me. I have to stay closer to the car ahead of me so people don't jump in like these two idiot trucks. So this afternoon session we had table discussions. Our table was Paulita and me, and then the Bookmeyers. Is it Bookmeyer? But only the Mr. Bookmeyer was there. His wife was in seminary. What did he say she was? So we elected Mr. Bookmeyer the table leader and reporter. I'm not a good reporter guy, but I had to do it before. So our table discusser, the guy that we had guest speaker at our table, was none other than Jeremy Case. And Jeremy Case just happens to be married to Felicia Case, who's the diversity director. at Taylor University, at Taylor Swift University. So then we, found out, we didn't know at the time, because he's like in the math department, we didn't know he was married to Felicia, and we found out through the course of the discussion, hey, guess what? My tire pressures are no longer low, but we still have the check engine light on, and we still have the VSA light on, but the tire pressure light is not on. That's a good start. So that was an interesting table discussion then. After that, what did we do? That was still Friday. Friday. Then we met with Paula. What did we do for dinner? Well, I think I had Taco Bell, and I think I got Paula Taco Bell. But Paulita had her own food that she brought, and we just went back to the room to eat it, and I think Paulita took a nap, and Paula laid down and watched TV, and I don't remember what I was charging my phone, and I don't know. I'm trying to remember what we did after that. Hey, we're moving kind of quick. Do you think I could go? They're slowing down. We've already passed. We way past 35W. It's 442, 441. I think we're supposed to pass that at 438, if I'm correct. So I don't remember what happened the rest of the Friday. But then early Saturday morning, we started off with a brisk 5K run in the 36-degree weather. And I was not prepared for 36-degree weather. I didn't have any ear flaps or ear coverings. Did not have any. Well, I had one long sleeve running shirt that I put on, and then I put a shirt underneath that, and then the long sleeve shirt, and then I put a jacket like a Amory Chev. What do you call it? It's a pullover, zipper shirt kind of jacket deal. So I had 3 shirts, and then they gave us a shirt when we ran the 5K for running the 5K. So I put that shirt on. So I had 4 shirts. I forgot running socks, so I had like some socks that I'm wearing now, the warm wool socks that Cassandra gave me for Christmas a couple years back. Those were my running socks. And I had shorts. I did not have anything to cover my legs. I didn't have anything to cover my ears, so I was cold. And I did luckily have gloves. I think I'm just going to ride this one out all the way to university, folks. I'm not going too slowly. Yeah, so we ran the 5K. After that, we went back to change. Paula went back to sleep for a little bit. Then we went back to campus for the homecoming festivities, the homecoming game, football game, rice pilaf was Friday. Oh, yeah, rice pilaf was Friday night. Forgot about rice pilaf. That was fun. Funnier. Then, okay, back to Saturday, the homecoming game and stuff. Well, here's what I'm going to say about that, folks. They got beat 55-0 on their homecoming game. What? You don't pick an opponent that's going to beat you 55-0 for your homecoming game. You pick a team that you can beat because you want everybody to be happy and jolly, not lose 55-0. Come on. They had this tailgating food. It was free lunch. It was like hot dogs and pulled pork sandwiches, and they had like apple tarts, whatever it was. They had I don't think they had no chips. They did have like nacho chips with cheese and taco fixings, kind of. Trying to think of something else. I got a pulled pork sandwich, I got a hot dog, and I got one of those apple things. Apple dapple. But I can't remember anything else that I got. But it was free, so you didn't have to pay for it. And then next day was Paulita's birthday, so she wanted to go out to Ocean Air for her birthday. Well, we can't go on Sunday because we had to go back home, so we went on Saturday. So we had to travel out to Indianapolis. It's like an hour and a half drive. But we did that, and that was really cool that we did because we got to see downtown Indianapolis. It was kind of neat. I've never seen downtown Indianapolis before. They have this statue in the middle of town, just in a circle, and it goes up very high. And there's steps that you can walk up, and there's statues to look at, and you can look at them if you want to. You gotta read what's on the statues and stuff. And the ocean air was nice. There's no ocean anywhere near that place though, but Paulita got the chicken fried lobster. I got the filet mignon with shrimp. Filet mignon and shrimp. It was delectable. It was delicious. And there was a thing about Clark coming. He was supposed to come, and then he's like, no, he's doing stuff with his family. He's like, no, he's not coming. Okay, what? And we're supposed to meet his parents, and then like, no, wait, no, we're not meeting them. And so, I don't know. I think I skipped a little section there. We talked about our personality definitions. Just spent time with Paula in her dorm talking about personality definitions and playing football catch. Stuff like that there. Then Sunday we had to come home. We just met to meet Paula just for a few minutes before we had to go, and got on the road. Tried to watch the Vikings play while he was driving. I couldn't get the Vikings game on my Fox Sports Go because it was like accessing my location, and I was in Chicago area, so it was showing me the Chicago Bears game, which I didn't really particularly want to see, but since I couldn't get the Vikings game, I watched that. And then midway through the game, Paulita found out that you could watch the Vikings on Facebook, so she pulled it up, and so I watched the rest of the Vikings game on Facebook Live while we were driving. Vikings won. Vikings beat the Arizona Diamondbacks by a score of 27-17 or something like it. And I know I said Diamondbacks, not Cardinals. It was a joke, but I didn't even reveal how the joke came about. Then hi, people crossing the street there with boots and hats and coats and purses, and backpacks. It's 46 degrees now. I'm gonna run today. I have not run since the 10K and 5K. Those are the last two runs that I did. Or did I run Monday? I think I did run Monday, didn't I? Green is light. Light is green. We're coming up to the parking lot of the grocery store. We went University today. It's 4:49 as we're coming. Just about to turn 300 miles on my mile-o-meter. I haven't talked about the mile-o-meter in quite some time. Gas today is 284.9 cents per gallon. So yeah, we drove back, watched the Vikings, watched the Bears. Bears lost to the Miami Dolphins. What are you doing? You think you can just cross in front of cars? You don't just cross in front of cars that are moving when you're on your feet. So watch the Vikings. Watch the Vikings beat the Arizona Cardinals. The Dolphins beat the Bears 31-28. The Packers and the Lions had a bye week, and then we're driving. We get to Wisconsin Dells. We stop there. I got gas there because it was strategically the good place to do so. Went in. I did not get any more candy, sucky candy. I still had some left over, so I'm like, I don't need more sugar. So very good on me. I did get a Pepsi because I was anticipating getting some Burger King for dinner, and then I wanted to have a nice cold Pepsi with my Burger King. But I never did get Burger King because it snowed. It started snowing. Snowing hard. It was a blizzard. It was a blizzard on October 14th. But it wasn't staying on the street. It did snow enough to block the camera on the car for the collision anti-collision assist mechanism, and so it wouldn't even let me set the cruise control because the camera was blocked. So there. So that's what's wrong with that car. So then we made it home. We got home around 7:30. So there, that's all, the whole shebang. Now, all I need to do is put that in a video, and succinctly. Thanks for listening to this drive home show. Keep your feet in the ground and keep reaching for the stars. Don't forget to drive home safe.